So I actually belayed on this route Giovanni Placci in November, so I quite remember it. So first I sent one of my camera guys, Pavel, to rappel down, clean it, to maybe explain me some of the holds, how they feel. But I was quite lucky that Eva Hammelmüller came. She's working on the route, so I can watch her. She actually has a very different beta. That will probably not fit my style, or in terms of flashing, I think I'll just stick to the beta that is the most regular, the most used, just hoping that it will fit my style as well. Omen Nomen is a 9A first ascended by Stefano Ghisolfi a few years ago, in the middle of probably the most popular wall in Padaro, called Contico. To the right and left there are some of the most amazing 8As, 8Bs in Arco, and this is right there, right in the middle, having this really technical first but relatively easy slab, and then it keeps going on a very nice kind of a tufa rock with a perfect crimps and grey rock on the very top. So first you climb 10 meters of this slab that is maybe about 6B, 6C. Then it gets really steep, but it doesn't get very hard yet. I would say this section could be around 7C, 7C+. You have to climb efficiently on really nice holds, some tufas, big moves and good holds. You have to take care about the footholds. There is this kind of tufa structure that doesn't always have the best friction. All of this leads into a good rest. You can clip the bolt above. You can either rest with this knee bar, or you can actually move slightly more to the left and rest in a kind of dihedral, leaning with your back against this side wall. And right after that, there is probably the hardest bowl problem of the whole route. But as you're quite fresh, I would say the real crux is higher up. Some really nice moves on underclings, slopey crimps with this amazing toe hook. Works really well, slopey pinch, and hard dead point into another slopey pinch. Right here the hard section is kind of over, but footholds are not very good, and you definitely have to take care that you don't slip unexpectedly. And you get into this kind of rest. It's kind of awkward, even though it's not that steep. The footholds are not exactly where you want to have them. And in the end, I didn't really get to spend a lot of time. Then you have kind of the crux number 2, which is, I would say, more kind of resistance section. Definitely not the hardest boulder of the whole route, but it definitely plays an important role how easily you make it through this section and how much power you can save through this part. Really nice rock, really nice moves. It's not like simple climbing, just crimp ladder, left, right, but you really have to climb well. And you are getting into this final head wall with the final rest on amazing, but not exactly juggy holds. If you can compare to the neighboring routes that are around 8A or 8B, usually at this height the routes are kind of over. But here in Omen Nomen, the crux of the route starts here. I felt really good. I took these 2 crimps, I put the foot high, and I went for the next hold, but my right foot slipped. And right when I was falling, I could feel that this was not the beta that I should have taken. For my flash try, I decided to use the regular beta, which is right hand crimp, left hand crimp, right foot up. But then there is the intermediate, which is slightly broken since 1 month ago. And in the end, I decided not to use the intermediate because I was told that it got much worse, and simply just ignoring the intermediate and going straight into the next crimp.
The foot doesn't really help you so much. You have to do dynamically, and somehow I missed it. I felt so good there. And even the conditions, the lower part felt pretty easy.
Yeah, you look super solid.
It was incredibly stupid. Such a bummer.
So do you think you will use the other king for the next try?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think no intermediate.
No intermediate, yeah.
Yeah. I think you're using the right foot, I'm using the left foot.
Okay.
And kind of
yeah.
you drop knee, I think I stay lower. And,
Yes, I'm using left and right. And do you think you'll use the left
No, I
crimp?
don't
Okay.
think so.
Just
On my second try, I wasn't even that motivated to climb again. I was definitely quite frustrated not flashing it. But then half an hour later, I thought okay, let's end it and move on to another route. Definitely having the less psych and less motivation, the first crux felt just a tiny bit harder, but luckily I didn't fall. And in the rest of the route, already knowing the route tiny bit better definitely helped. This rest after the crux one felt much more comfortable once I knew exactly what I should do. I think from now on I definitely started enjoying actually myself, and only now I actually forgot that I was frustrated from my previous try, and yeah, I could just really enjoy climbing to the fullest. I mean, climbing on this wall and on these holds, it's hard not to have fun. It's just too good. Getting into the last rest before the last crux, I think I was feeling equally fresh, and having the new beta, I was pretty confident that it would work. So this is it, the left hand underclink, dead point into this crimper. The route is definitely not over. There's still some small holds. It's quite continuous. Even though this right hand hold looks okay, it's still quite tiny and slopey. And this final slab, if you know exactly what you should do, I think it's basically done. But if I made it up to here on my flash try, I think I would still have to try really hard. But getting into the anchor, I guess you can see that I'm not as happy as I could be. if I flash this route.
Okay.